You know, there's something I've been thinking about a lot lately, something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. It's that quiet, creeping feeling so many of us experience as we get older, especially after 65. That sense of being alone even in a crowded room, the days that feel a little too long, or the phone that doesn't ring as often as it used to. Loneliness. And here's what's really important to understand. Loneliness isn't just a feeling. It's a real, serious health risk, especially as we age. Now I know what you might be thinking. I've been alone before. It's not that bad. But here's the surprising truth. Research shows that chronic loneliness can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and can even accelerate memory loss. That's why today, we're going to talk about why loneliness is so dangerous after 65, and more importantly, how you can beat it. Let's start with something you might not expect. Loneliness actually changes your body on a cellular level. Studies have found that people who feel chronically lonely have higher levels of inflammation, which is linked to everything from arthritis to Alzheimer's. It's like your body is in a constant state of stress, even when there's no immediate danger. And over time, that takes a toll. You might notice you're getting sick more often, or that small aches and pains stick around longer than they used to. That's not just getting older. It could be your body reacting to isolation. But here's the good news. Just as loneliness can harm your health, connection can heal it. Even small, regular interactions, like chatting with a neighbor or calling a friend, can start to reverse those effects. You don't need a huge social circle to make a difference. You just need meaningful connections. Now let's talk about another way loneliness hits harder as we age. It messes with our sleep. Have you noticed it's harder to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night? That could be loneliness at work. When we feel isolated, our brains stay on high alert, as if we're subconsciously watching for danger. That hypervigilance makes it tough to relax in a deep, restorative sleep. And poor sleep, as you probably know, affects everything from your mood to your memory. But here's something beautiful. Simple daily connections can help here too. Something as easy as a morning phone call with a friend or a weekly coffee date gives your brain the signal that you're safe, that you belong. And that can make all the difference when your head hits the pillow at night. And then there's the most heartbreaking effect of all. Loneliness can make us withdraw even further. You know, it's a cruel cycle. The lonelier we feel, the more we pull away, convinced no one would notice or care anyway. Maybe you've talked yourself out of reaching out, thinking, they're probably busy, or I don't want to be a bother. But here's what I want you to know. You are not a burden. The people who care about you want to hear from you. And if your social circle has gotten smaller over the years, it's never too late to build new connections. We'll talk about exactly how to do that. Now, before we go further, I want to pause and say this. If any of this resonates with you, you're not alone in feeling alone. So many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond are navigating these same emotions. But the most important thing to remember, loneliness isn't a life sentence. There are real practical ways to break free from it, and that's exactly what we'll explore next. You know, when we talk about loneliness after 65, there's something important we need to address. It's not just about being physically alone. Some of the loneliest people are actually surrounded by others every day. That's because loneliness is really about the quality of our connections, not just the quantity. So let's talk about how we can create those meaningful relationships that truly nourish us. One of the most powerful ways to combat loneliness is through regular social routines. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Easier said than done, but hear me out. It doesn't have to be complicated. Something as simple as making Wednesday mornings your coffee and call time, where you call an old friend or family member, can create structure and something to look forward to. Many senior centers have weekly card games or book clubs where the same group meets regularly. That consistency is key because it gives us both social connection and a sense of purpose. Here's a little secret I've learned. Helping others is one of the fastest ways to feel less lonely. When we focus on giving rather than just receiving connection, something magical happens. It could be volunteering to read to children at the local library, offering to walk a neighbor's dog, or even sharing your wisdom by mentoring someone younger. These acts of service do two important things. They get us out of our own heads and they remind us how valuable we are to our community. I've seen countless people transform their loneliness simply by finding one small way to be needed. Now let's talk about technology. It can be a real lifeline if we use it right. Video calls. With grandchildren, joining online groups for hobbies you love, or even watching live stream church services can help bridge the gap when getting out's difficult. Don't be afraid to ask a younger family member to help set these things up. Most would be thrilled to help you stay connected. There are even senior-friendly tablets designed just for video chatting that make the process simple. But here's something we often overlook: the power of casual daily interactions. That chat with your mail carrier, the smile and hello to the cashier at your regular grocery store, the wave to your neighbor when you get the paper. These small moments matter more than we realize. They're like social vitamins, little boosts of connection that keep us going. Try making it a goal to have at least one pleasant exchange with someone each day, even if it's just complimenting someone's hat in line at the pharmacy. And here's a thought that might surprise you. Sometimes pets can be incredible loneliness busters. That unconditional love, the daily routine of care, even the conversations we have with our furry friends, they all add up to meaningful connection. Many animal shelters have programs where seniors can foster pets short-term if they're not ready for a full commitment. Just having another living being to talk to and care for can make a house feel like a home again. Now, I want to address something important. What if you've tried some of these things and still feel lonely? That's completely normal. Building connections takes time, especially if you've been feeling isolated for a while. The key is to start small and be patient with yourself. Maybe today you just smile at one person. Next week you might join one activity. Every step counts. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful antidotes to loneliness that often gets overlooked: rediscovering the joy of learning. There's something magical that happens when we engage our minds and learn new skills later in life. Whether it's taking a painting class at the community center, joining a memoir writing group, or even learning to play an instrument, these activities do more than just fill time. They connect us with others who share our interests and give us something exciting to talk about. I'll never forget Martha, a 72-year-old viewer who wrote to me about how joining a beginner's Spanish class completely transformed her outlook. Not only did she make new friends in the class, but she started practicing with the Spanish-speaking staff at her local grocery store, turning what used to be quick transactions into warm, meaningful exchanges. Another often untapped resource is intergenerational connections. Many younger people are hungry for the wisdom and life experience that seniors naturally possess. Consider volunteering as a foster grandparent at a local school, offering to tutor students in a subject you know well, or joining programs that pair seniors with college students for regular conversations. These relationships can be incredibly fulfilling. You get to share your hard-earned knowledge while soaking up the energy and fresh perspectives of younger generations. It's amazing how a conversation with a 20-year-old can make you feel 20 years younger yourself. Let's not forget about the healing power of nature and movement. Joining a walking group in your local park or participating in gentle outdoor yoga classes combines three powerful loneliness fighters: physical activity, social connection, and the mood-boosting effects of being in nature. If mobility is an issue, even sitting on a park bench regularly can lead to spontaneous conversations with other regulars. There's something about being outside that naturally lowers our guards and makes connecting easier. Now I want to address what might be the biggest obstacle to overcoming loneliness: that first scary step of reaching out. It's completely normal to feel nervous about putting yourself out there after time alone. Maybe you're worried you won't fit in, or that people won't be interested in what you have to say. Here's what I want you to remember. Everyone feels this way sometimes, at every age. The person you're hesitating to talk to might be just as lonely and hoping someone will break the ice. Start small, compliment someone's sweater, ask about a book they're reading, or simply say, "It's nice to see someone else out enjoying this beautiful day." You'll be amazed at how often these little openings lead to real connections. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Loneliness may be a part of getting older, but it doesn't have to define your golden years. Each small connection you make, whether it's with a new friend, a kind stranger, or even yourself through new hobbies, is like planting a seed. With time and care, these seeds will grow into a rich network of relationships and experiences that will nourish your life in ways you can't yet imagine. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one small way you'll reach out this week? Maybe you'll call an old friend you've been meaning to reconnect with, or finally try that class you've been curious about. Remember, every great connection starts with a single hello. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with someone who might need to hear this message today. And don't forget to subscribe for more content to help you thrive in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Here's to your health, happiness, and the many meaningful connections ahead of you.